So you're looking for down payment assistance programs in Florida? Whether you're a first-time home buyer or not, this is the video for you. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Adam Hancock. I'm a realtor in Tampa, Florida with Keller Williams Island Life Real Estate. If you're new here and are interested in all things real estate in Tampa, please be sure to subscribe. I try to publish new videos every week and be as helpful as possible. Today we are going over lending program options that will be advantageous for those of you looking for lower down payments or no down payment at all, those of you that may be first-time home buyers, and those of you looking in Florida specifically. So let's get started. Okay, so our main areas of focus will be, number one, national down payment assistance or first-time home buyer programs to consider. Number two, Florida housing highlights and eligibility. And number three, Florida-specific down payment assistance or first-time home buyer programs and grants. So let's start off with conventional mortgages. A conventional mortgage is a home loan that isn't guaranteed or insured by the federal government. Conventional mortgages that conform to requirements set forth by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac allow down payments as low as 3% for first-time homebuyers or lower income buyers. Unlike FHA loans, conventional loans allow borrowers to eventually cancel their mortgage insurance or avoid mortgage insurance altogether if they put down at least 20%. Conventional loans are best for people that are looking for lower down payments and limited mortgage insurance premiums. So the next one we'll look at are FHA loans. This is a go-to program for many first-time homebuyers with lower credit scores. The Federal Housing Administration allows down payments as low as 3% for those with credit scores of 580 or higher. The FHA will insure loans for borrowers with scores as low as 500, but requires a 10% down payment for a score that low. One of the bummers about this type is that the mortgage insurance is required for the life of the FHA loan and cannot be canceled at any time. In my opinion, this type of loan is best for people with lower credit scores and requiring a lower down payment. Okay, now let's talk VA loans. The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs helps service members, veterans, and surviving spouses buy homes. VA loans are especially generous, providing competitive interest rates, often requiring no down payment or mortgage insurance. Although there is no official minimum credit score, most VA-approved lenders require scores of at least 640. These loans are ideal for military personnel and people requiring a low down payment. Okay, USDA loans. A USDA home loan is a zero down payment mortgage for eligible rural and suburban home buyers. USDA loans are issued by the U.S. Department of Agriculture through the USDA Rural Development Guaranteed Housing Loan Program. There are income limitations which vary by region. Applicants with credit scores of 640 or higher receive really streamlined processing measures. Those with scores below that must meet a little bit more stringent underwriting standards, but it's still very possible. This loan is ideal for people that requiring a low down payment or a zero down payment and are in the rural USDA MAP zones. And the last thing I wanted to mention in this section was new construction. While all of these loan programs and more are oftentimes available if you build a house, new construction builders a lot of times have large marketing budgets, they have more margin to work with. It's more of a B2B transaction, allowing more cash to become available to the home buyer. So you can leverage certain programs from the government, but also kind of back into thrown in appliances, cash at closing. The negotiation power I found in my experience is very, very high. And it's very advantageous to a younger buyer, where typically people think it's very unaffordable to build a house, where in my experience it's been the opposite. It's a clean process. If you're relocating, it's so easy to plan moving out and moving in. I think it's a very, very good option. Okay, so before we get into Florida specific programs, we're gonna talk about the highlights and the eligibility. So first, the highlights. I'm gonna kind of rattle them off. 30-year fixed rate mortgages for first-time home buyers, veterans, and active military. They're available in all of Florida's 67 counties. They can be combined with down payment or closing cost assistance programs from the government. And there's mortgage interest tax credits available. Okay, real quick now for the eligibility. The properties must be located in Florida and be a primary residence. Borrowers must meet income, credit, and purchase price requirements. Home buyer education courses are required for these programs. And of course, additional program-specific requirements may also apply. Okay, so now to the programs themselves. Florida Housing First-Time Homebuyer Loan Programs and Grants. If you're a first-time homebuyer, you're considered typically someone who hasn't owned a home in the past 3 years. Florida housing programs may provide an affordable path to homeownership if you fit this criteria. The first program I wanted to mention is the Florida HFA Preferred Conventional Loan. By giving borrowers access to more affordable mortgage insurance, this 30-year fixed-rate loan offsets some of the initial cost that may put a conventional loan out of reach for first-time homebuyers. Those who qualify for an HFA preferred loan can benefit even more by combining this loan with down payment and closing cost assistance from other programs. This loan is typically best for those that really value that low mortgage insurance. Okay, the second program is the Florida HFA Preferred 3% Plus Conventional Loan. In addition to getting reduced mortgage insurance from the previous one I mentioned, borrowers who qualify for this 30-year fixed-rate loan can take advantage of the Florida Housing's 3% down payment and closing cost grant, which doesn't have to be repaid. This loan is best for those that value that low mortgage insurance and also really require a low down payment. Okay, the next one I wanted to cover in this section is the Military Heroes Government Loan Program. This program provides 30-year fixed-rate FHA, VA, and USDA loans to all qualified veterans and active duty military personnel, even those who recently may have owned homes. In fact, the Military Heroes loan offers lower interest rates than even the Florida first-rate mortgage. Borrowers who qualify for this program can also take advantage of the Florida Housing down payment and closing cost assistance available. This loan is definitely best for military, people that want lower interest rates, down payment assistance, and closing cost assistance. Okay, the last one we're going to cover is the FHA Preferred Grant. This assistance program provides qualified borrowers with 3% of the home's purchase price to be used as a down payment or pay closing cost. The FHA Preferred program is a grant, which means it doesn't have to be paid back. This is best for people requiring a low down payment and closing cost assistance. Okay, so that pretty much concludes our rundown of some of the best low down payment and assistance programs, whether you're a first-time home buyer or not. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, share with a friend, and consider subscribing to my channel. I post new videos every week on all things Tampa, real estate, and surrounding. Thank you very much for watching. If I can help in any way, please reach out to me. Thanks again.